So let me see. How are you guys doing? How was your day? Hello to Small. Yo, Sashp. How you pronounce it? Sashp and Mickey. Thank you, bro. So let's start maybe just with BTC. As maybe if somebody of you is following, maybe he noticed I'm using a very similar strategy as Wave. Okay, so it's Sash. Okay. So it's based on fibs and POCs, and we use low time divergence to confirm or invalidate our trade. So okay, let me see. We have BTC here. As you see, all these lines are POC from various exchanges. It's like an indicator, and we usually go to look the ones that fall in a GP. So in this case, on BTC, I take the 1 day or also the 4-hour time frame, especially on the 1 day. And we just pull the fibs. For a long, it's always from low to high. And so we see we have this cluster of POCs here that fall in the GP. Okay, the GP is this area here, okay? So that's probably the next levels I will look for Go BTC long. We always wait for 1, 5, 15 or 30-minute divergences. Sorry, my English, guys, I'm Italian, so I have a little bit of spaghetti English. But anyway, so a div is just, when we make oversold peak like this one, for example, on the 30 minutes. So this will be our signal that we can enter a trade, and we will target the POCs below. And then we need that the price makes a lower low so that it's gonna hit our orders, while the RSI will make a higher low. So we have this, wait, this kind of formation. Okay, and that's our signal we can enter a trade. Okay, that's actually it's a pretty simple strategy. It's not very difficult to understand. The only thing that's a little bit difficult sometimes is the execution. Okay, because dips, it's you need to, how you say, to get a little bit used to spot the dips, and but it's actually not a too difficult strategy to learn. Okay. We can leave this here. So usually I will put like an alert here. So as soon as we go close to our area of interest, let's say it's from this POC. Where I will look now next for a long. So we have also a lot of alerts. Okay, let me read it. Okay, guys, you understand what I'm saying? It's all clear for you? Okay. So I will show you now how I chart because I get all these alerts I get automatically. Okay, it's like an indicator. I will show you how now it works. For example, let's just open one. I don't know. The first one, this Stark. So we got an alert for a possible div. Okay, for a possible play. As you see, we have here our peak. So oversold peak. And we are close to some POCs, okay? So in this case, I'm gonna go to the 4-hour or to the daily time frame. And I will see if these POCs fall in a GP. Yes. So but as you can see, this trade it's already, yeah, it's invalidated because we had here a candle closure that it's below. So we had a new lower low on the RSI. So for example, this is not valid anymore. So I will just skip it. Okay, now we have another one. So we have a peak here. So we pull our fibs on the 4-hour. These are alerts. Okay. So I have another indicator. It's this one. As you see, I can put this line on the RSI. And he will tells me where the candle has to close. So if the candle closes below this blue line, it means it will invalidate. So it means that this trade, it could be valid, but we need like a week. So we need that in 30 minutes it fill us and also it bounce. Otherwise it will get invalidated. Okay, so I will still put an alert here. If we get closer and I will look if the alert get triggered, how it looks the RSI, if we have more room, you know, if now we have the price that goes, let's say a little bit higher. Okay, so we will have also more room here on the RSI. It will be easier to get filled without breaking the div. Okay, because this is our invalidation. So as soon as we break the div, the trade is not valid anymore. Okay. So I will give this a yellow flag. For me, yellow flag are trades, are setups that they might get trades. So when I sort them, you know, I have always them based on color. For me, like, okay, was before in XRP, we close it break even. So red means it's an open trade where I don't have a break even. So where I didn't put stop loss break even. So it's must be on top. It's the most important where you have to be active and follow it. And then blue, it's for me trades that where I put stop loss break even. Okay, this gets stop break even. same as Farcoin. I got stop break even. And as you see, yellow are the one that are a little bit more interesting, but still no bids, no nothing. If I put bids, I just put a green flag, no? So when we sort them, we have them. It's just, it's just kind of workflow. I don't know. Everybody has for sure a different workflow. And then I have the main coins just here, so they're easy to reach. Okay, let me see. If you have question, guys, if you want me to chart some particular coin, just write it in the chat. Okay. Right. And I'm not very used to speak alone like this monologue, it's so be patient. It's a little bit boring. Okay, so we can go next coin. Another Aster. We have APT. So here we're very far away from the POC, so I still don't care. APT. Floki. Also, you see here we don't have room on this RSI. It's very less oversold, so we will never get filled on this POC. So I just delete it. Sometimes, okay, now we have a few alerts, but sometimes if we have a big drop, we have like almost 100 or even 120 alerts all at once. So it's very important to be a little bit fast to sort out the good and the bad trades, or the one that will never get filled. So what we have here, render. Okay. It's a little bit uninteresting because we are out of the POCs. I don't like this. For me, it's a little bit forced, if we pull the GP from here, we need a little bit a better range, or this, or even this one. So also this is good. Okay, to identify a range, you should always have a low. You have a low, a high, and a mid. Okay, then you have a range. Here it's like a price just going up and down. It's not really making a range. Okay, so if you go on the 30 minutes, it's a range for sure, as you can see. But we pull the fibs from the 4-hour, okay? It's a little bit safer. We can pull for the 30 or with the 15 minute, but then we play like 1 minute or 5 minute divs. That means the time frame is smaller, so we can have also smaller. So we can have the tighter invalidation. Our stop loss will be tighter, but the winning rate will also not be very good. Okay, so that's why we stick with 4-hour or daily fibs, and 15 and 30 is the best for the divs and for the RSI, for the execution. Okay, so we say this not interesting. So XRP, you see are too far away. Oh, this looks nice. Okay, so this can be a good trade. Okay. Um, as you see, we can get filled and we don't have too much room to with RSI. This can change, obviously. It's always developing this because it always depends if this candle now dumps. Okay, to break the RSI, it has to close below the blue line. Okay, but in a few candles, it can change. Okay, so it's always good to wait to put limits until we are more close to the price. I would say we have here in our golden pocket, we have these two possible interesting zones. So always put the long tool, you can put it from the middle. That's your average entry. If you get fully filled, and the stop loss, it can be really just outside. I calculate normally like this the position size, and okay, if I would try for only for myself, I would never put hard stop loss. I would calculate the position size like this, knowing I can lose a little bit more than 1 hour. Okay, that's a little bit a risk, but happens very rarely. Uh, and I will target, we call it the 236. Okay, so this will be like a 8 hour trade. But obviously we always take profits like here at the 0.5, 382 and 236. Okay. I usually also look if we have POCs, as you can see. Maybe I can take it here, here, and then maybe take it a little bit lower here. And I usually always leave 20, 10, 20 or 25% for higher, because especially if we are here, we have a lot of room on the upside. It will be a shame if we catch the bottom or not the bottom though, but you know what I mean, and we completely close our trade. As you see, if you follow me a little bit the last days, most of the trades are stop loss break even. That's just because the strategy is very minded to capital preserving, and since we never we never play for continuation, but we always play as reversal. You never know if we make something like this here, or if we go lower. So it's always better as soon as our div is confirmed, we put stop loss break even, okay? And if we get stopped, we play just the next levels, okay? It's very normal. At one point, the price will reverse. So until we don't find that point, it's no point to lose money or to risk too much, no. But then, as you can see, the potential for the RR, it's always good. So you don't need a very high winning rate. That's a little bit what I like of the strategy, and also, you buy when everybody has fear, and you sell when everybody has FOMO. And the strategy makes you very, how you say, without emotions, because you just look divs, you just look where you are, and the rest it's just noise, you don't care. It's just a little bit it takes it times. You need to train patience. Okay, patience is it's a very important quality in trading. And I think patient and risk management, then the strategy is actually not very important. You just need to find a winning strategy that works for you. Okay, all strategies are winning if they work for you. And you have to find a strategy that you like, that you enjoy when you trade, that it doesn't make you stress, it doesn't make you bad feelings. Then you have to be used to get stop losses, just part of the game, because we are playing with odds and probabilities. So even if we have like 80% of probability to win, but in the short term, like we can have also 10 trades with stop loss, with that we hit stop loss in a row, and then we can have like the next 90 that are all winners. Okay, so the important it's always to don't put your emotion in play. Okay, and because you're here, I always suggest that everybody should learn to trade by itself. You can follow traders, but if so it's like, if you can, whoops, sorry. If you have somebody that, if you know how to fish, okay, you don't need to buy fish anymore. You can go to catch the fish by yourself, and you can be a good trader. Is really the most important thing. It's risk management. So once you know what risk management is, well, then it's you're already better than 95% of the people in the market. Okay, let's clean here a little bit. So here we put alert, and we put also flag. So good. Uh, so we go through these alerts pretty quickly, because I have to do it anyway. So render node, there is not enough room on the RSI. Okay. So here we have a little bit different setup, because it's true we have a short setup. We can look, and the alert is actually for display. Okay. Oops, that was a little bit too much. For this kind of play. But because the coin looks so strong, we can also look for a continuation. In this case, in this case, we can look with 5 minute or 1 minute dips, and we can take these POCs. And guys, if you look, I mean, it's so many times that happens. Like you have like an imbalance, like here, probably on the 15. Okay, you have this imbalance, and the POC are exactly where you're gonna feel the imbalance. Okay, so that's for sure a good confluence, even if I don't care so much about imbalance or fair value gap or however they called, but it's for sure a good confluence. So I will put an alert, I will put a flag. So after we say it. Shall we? You see, now I changed a little bit. We don't have almost room on the RSI. So we need to wait a new peak. Okay, probably something like this. Okay, I don't need to put any alert, because I have this indicator that shows me, that makes it automatically. So for these alerts, I don't put. Okay. So we don't need the yellow flag anymore. Okay, was a good stop loss break even. Not interested anymore. For example, you see guys in here, look how much room we have on the RSI. Okay, so if before it breaks, it has to make pretty big drop. So we have to be a little bit careful with this kind of plays because let's take it from here. We have a range. We always target the POCs that are not, they didn't hit before. Hello? Okay, so this is the area of interest that I'm looking for with this kind of dip because, you know, in 30 minutes the price can go lower and we have to wait the candle closure. So we have always to leave enough room for stop loss and like this to don't get wicked out. And we have like 2.23 RR if you get fully filled. That means if you don't get fully filled, we have just like 1 RR for 2 TP1. So and for me this is not good enough. Okay, so I want, so if I get fully filled, I want at least 3 RR on TP1, you know, then I can take out 30% or 25%. So if the RR is not there, it's not profitable enough, so not interesting. So I can explain. Okay, I will answer you your question now. So look at XLM. Okay, let me see XLM. So look, this exactly hit the 886. Was for sure a good short. Okay, so first of all, we are on the daily. We take the last lower low to the last higher high. Always left to right. Okay, that's our area area of interest. These golden pockets. So from the 0618 to the 0886, and then we're gonna look for POCs in this area. So with a 30-minute, Okay, then it always depend, to see the entry, we need to see when we are close, but we have, I would say, one trade here. Let's see how much is this. XLM. Is meant I would look these three areas with for XLM. I mean, if we get a div here, you know, like this. Sorry. Okay, or maybe we get it here or here. That is what I'm looking for. But you know, we are like predicting something that we still don't know. But these are the area, the zones that where the price start to get interesting for me. So let's say from 0.2198 to what we have down here, 2040. So this one. Okay. Then POCs. Okay, so what are POCs? Maybe take a clean layout. Let's take BTC. Okay, POC means point of control. Okay, that means it's the price with the most traded volume. Okay, in a time frame, let's say. So we have a few tools for find POCs. Okay, one is this fixed range volume profile. Okay, you can use it, for example, on ranges. Let's say we can take this range. Okay, and we have our point of control, value area high and value area low. Okay, that means in here has been traded the 70% of the volume has been traded in this area here. Okay, during this time, during this range, but the most volume has been at exact this price. Okay, so that's one way you can use. Then you have another way. You can also say, okay, we go to the, okay, they also on the daily, but we can say we can go on the weekly. And we want to know on every candle, where is the point of control. Okay, so just double click the candle. And each weekly candle has one point of control, okay, and it's the red one. What you're gonna see is, for example, the price here exactly reacted on this POC of the candle before, okay? That means that at this moment, this point of control is tapped. So this, we call it then tapped POC, and it's actually not naked anymore, not valid. So also like these are all not valid POCs because they already have been, let's say, has been taken by the but one candle after it. Okay, so we can find one that maybe it's still naked. like this one, okay? This will be a weekly naked POC. Okay, as you can see, the price never been there again. Okay, so this will be probably a good place for a short. But then we have another tool in the indicators it's called PVP. It's periodic volume profile. We need the settings here. Okay. So that's a tool that shows you in all the POC, all the naked POC in the time frame where you are. So for example, you go on the monthly. So you never consider the one of the current candle because it's still developing, okay? So this is not, you don't consider. But you see, we don't have any naked POC above us, but we have just below us. And then you can use, so what I use, it's monthly, 2 weekly POCs, weekly, 5 days, 3 days, 2 days, and daily POCs. And before, that means until 1 year ago, every day I needed to mark these POCs with lines. Okay, so I would go every day and mark all the POCs like this, because then when you go on the 2 day, you see, now you have the 1 day, now you can mark the 2 days and so on and so forth until you have all the POC marked out. But now there is this indicator that also Wave is using. It's a paid indicator, so it's a paid indicator, so it's up to you if you want to pay it or not. But it makes everything for you. You can see here, and you can even have many different exchanges. For example, here on BTC, I have really a lot of exchange. I have Binance, which I have the POC of Binance USDTP, of Bybit, of Binance USD, Coinbase, Bitfinex, and Binance USDTP. I have this double. Okay, so we don't need this. And so, you have a lot of levels, and yeah, it can look a little bit a mess, but once you get used, you cannot live without them, okay? It's POC is everything I know. But I hope you understand why they are so important and why they react, because they're telling you in the past where it's traded the most volume. Okay, so it's probably also in the future, it's one area where you will see some reaction. And you really see many times reactions, even sometimes just small, but enough to put you to confirm the div, so you can put stop loss break even and you're safe, because now you like on the coin before, what was it, XLM? You don't know where the price can bounce, okay? All of these three are good zones. So I don't want to wait or to buy, or to, no, we play safe. If the div is confirmed, we put our stop loss break even. Sometimes happen we get, just the price start to do just like this on your POC, on your entry. The div get confirmed, but it doesn't take enough space to put stop loss break even, so I just like it to close it break even, because normally if you have a down movement, okay, and the price start to consolidate, usually after it goes more down, okay, it's, I don't know how you call it, bear flag or whatever, but you know what pattern I mean, and we don't want this. Okay, so I hope you understand POCs, what they are. So BTC bouncing. We want BTC, what is bouncing? Yes, bouncing, but very, very lightly, very softly. Okay. We also don't have it's bouncing. We have a div. Okay, if you look here. Oops. Still not confirmed because we need to close a candle um, above the low here. Okay. So to confirm then that this is the low, we need a candle that close higher. Simple as that. And I don't know if we have room. Let me see. Yeah. I don't know. If for me, for my strategy, now I'm not saying it will happen because I don't know the future. But for me, now BTC has to go a little bit lower to have a nice bounce to make some room. And then I will target this area here. Okay. And so we will need probably a new peak, bounce, higher low on the RSI, and boom. And probably that's also what I will like to sync some other alts, with the BTC, because at the end it's always good. So the best thing it's always first you enter in BTC. When BTC start to make the move, then you can catch some alts that are a little bit delayed, that come a little bit after. That's how I like to play, especially if we have a big. I mean, this is not a very big, but we had a little bit of a drop. I think there was another coin. Okay. So yes, even cat bounces if drop away. Allora, XMR. XMR is going good, as you can see. I think we speak about it before. So let's see, Pippin. Pippin. I'm not a big fan of these crazy weeks. But the structure here looks like so that it makes very possible. Very, very possible. So let's keep an eye on Pippin. Also, why not to short a coin with this name? Um, Up here I have an indicator that shows me the 24-hour volumes on Bybit on top and Binance. And then you also have the funding rate. So funding rate, it's for me very important when I want to short. I don't want to have a high negative funding rate because you can get a short squeeze. And that can be pretty painful. But so Pippin, we look at this area here. Okay. We might have a good RR here. Wait. Okay, guys, it's almost 5 RR to TP1 on this one. So that's why it gets very interesting for me. 6.5 and 8.5. Okay, let's keep an eye on this Pippin. If we play, we can play with half risk. So we put alert. I know it's pumping a little bit, huh? So New York Open was good. I still hope in a lower, we go a little bit lower, huh? So guys, I stream I think 10 minutes more. If you have some question, feel free to ask. Maybe I will share with you some settings like probably Wave did already, but my settings for the fibs for some things I can share with you. Yes, me generally, I was in another group as user, normal user like you guys, and we had one channel that was like open, can everybody can stream whenever he wants, and that I was streaming a lot because it's more easy to understand when you see it when you see the execution. And if we have the possibility to do something like this, I can do it, you know. It's no problem. Because like market reviews like this, I write maybe once every day or once every few days, because I'm not very good in speaking too long and too well. So writing, I have ChatGPT helping me. But for the strategy, it's good to see the execution for sure. So I will ask if we can have like one channel like this that I can go in the chat and say, "Oh guys, if you're up for a stream," and just spontaneously. Ah, Bilal is here. So Bilal, if you hear me, let me know if possible. So no question, no chart request, no. Everybody knows about risk management. So if you want, guys, I can make some guide or some something written and pin it in my place. So also how it works with a div, what is a div, when we enter a trade, these kind of things I can make it. Maybe give me a few days, and because I think it's maybe a little bit easier also to remember. I'm uh, I'm also realize maybe sometimes I'm a little bit too fast with the charts. Maybe not everybody can follow me. I don't know. Okay, guys. So if we don't have any questions, I think I close it here. Thank you for joining. I wish you a good rest of the day, or a good evening, or a good morning, and see you probably next week, or whenever we can make this spontaneous streaming. Okay? Thanks, guys. Ciao, ciao. Ah, this one? I don't know. I didn't record. I don't know if somebody recorded it. I will ask. Okay? Ciao, guys. Ciao, Shash.